25th. My name is Adam, and I'm joined as always by Junior, and we are going to be giving you our 5 betting picks that you can mix into your singles and parlays for Sunday, April 25th. Make sure to stay locked into the very end of the show because we're going to give you 2 parlays that are going to really pay off some big bucks. So, Junior, are you ready?
Let's
go. All right, Junior. Before we get into EPL, which is our big Sunday thing, we need to first address the elephant in the room, the Super League. Lasted about 72 hours almost, though.
Been talked about for 10 years. So, I think it died the death that it should have. The signs were everywhere. Created by the poor, stolen by the rich. And let's be honest, these teams, they make a crap ton of money.
So much.
And to remove teams with followings, taking a team out of Stamford Bridge in the EPL, taking teams, come on. It was a great idea. I mean, if you were just going to run like a little Europa on the side, 10 best teams in, get Lloyd's to put up the $4 billion and run it. But FIFA and UEFA came down, slapped the hand of the dog that was hungry to take a little more out of the pot and said, no, bad boy. So it is where it is. I'm happy that everything is going to move forward. And I think it was a lot of the players seeing that they would be able to play for their country and represent their country at the World Cup or at Euro. I think that had a lot to do with it, where they're like, okay, you know what?
For sure.
Who cares about this money? Like, you're talking about me representing my country. That's a bit different, especially in football. To be a European, to say you can't represent your country at any major competition.
Yeah.
So, enough said. They pulled the card they needed to pull.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it's fair, looking at that as a patriot that we are in our own country here, trying to not let us play for that team. So that's I'm glad to see that, it didn't happen because I know it was going to disrupt a lot of people. But yeah, it is what it is, and it died the death that it was supposed to. So other news, Mourinho sacked. Whole staff sacked. Players stated that they enjoyed his style and tactics. He's got a good lineup there of wins for him. But was this really necessary?
I mean, he wasn't there for a full 2 years, and I just think that Tottenham's been on a little bit of a slide, and the whole thing with the Super League, and he was for it, and I just I think his public eye, in terms of the people that had the eyeballs on him, I think it just became too much for Tottenham. Like, this isn't Porto, this isn't Chelsea, this isn't Real Madrid or Inter Milan where you can do stuff like this, or even Man U.
Yeah,
you can't get away with that kind of stuff. And again, defensive wizard, strong tactical coach, but when you look at who he's won with, you're looking at the teams that spend a crap ton of money on transfers and do very little development. I mean, outside maybe Man U a little bit, and Real's done a bit, and Inter's they've done their share, but they spend a lot of money on players, and they're all names. So yeah, of course he's won with them because he had the most talent there. But I just don't think he was getting everything he could have out of that side. And for him to come out and say that we're not losing because of my tactics, we're losing because we aren't good. I mean, that pretty much tells the guys who are pumping the money into this team that you're not about it. So I think that's a lot of the reason why he's out on his butt right now.
How quickly will he be back coaching?
Someone will pick him up. I mean, has he been in Bundes? No, he hasn't been in Bundesliga, so maybe he goes there. Who knows?
Awesome. Okay. Liverpool eliminated from Champions League. Lost to Atletico Madrid, 4-2 aggregate. What are your thoughts here?
That's what I was expecting. I didn't really see Liverpool going much farther in Champions, so sad to see that the English side's out, but Champions is looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, nice. We'll be covering more of that as the weeks come. Okay, so let's take a look at the setups here. Okay, so Wolverhampton at Burnley, 12th versus 17th. We got the slight edge for Wolverhampton here. What do you think this game is going to look like when they meet today?
Well, I said it a couple weeks ago that Burnley is a sneaky team.
Yes, you
And
did.
if you didn't see that, take a look at it. Because what they did is they came out and they tied a team they should not have tied. So I'm just going to sit here and say they're a sneaky team.
Yeah.
And I don't think Wolves are going to come in here expecting to run all over them. I mean, you can see they're a plus 108 and then Burnley being a plus 303. I don't think that Burnley is going to uh, kind of run them out the building. But I'll tell you this, they're in 17th spot. They're kind of in that relegation zone. So Burnley's got a lot to play for right now. They don't want to go into Champions League, get relegated down there. I'm sure they like the EPL. I'm sure the owners like the EPL money too.
Yep.
So they're going to come out gunning. And I'm looking at this being a draw or even a Burnley win. So give me a draw and both teams to score.
Ooh. Okay. I like that one. Okay, Leeds United, Manchester United. Shout out Double X City. We got second versus a 10th. Manchester United is minus 114 on this. Last 5 games, they haven't lost.
They're unconscious. They're unconscious right now. City's 11 points clear of them, and I'm certain that City supporters have pretty much wrapped up the shield. But I think Man U's got a little bit to say about that. They've been going on a really nice run right now. Lots of goals coming in. Cavani's been playing really well. So here it's very simple. I just think that the health and the strength of the Man U side just overpowers Leeds. Now, don't get me wrong. Leeds has still got a good last 5
Mm-hmm.
goals, 4 goals against. They're kind of even, but they're still a decent team too. But for here, give me Man U. Um, Give me Man U and both teams to score.
Okay. Okay, Aston Villa and West Brom, 10th versus 19. You got Aston Villa, who's favored here at minus 113. Haven't looked that good in the last 5. And, West Brom's, kind of hanging in there on the last 5 as well. What do you think about these two matching up today?
Well, the reason why West Brom's decent in the last 5 is they're in that relegation zone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty much solid in that relegation zone. So I think right now players are playing for contracts, players are playing for respect, players are trying to pad their stats.
Yep.
But Villa's had a tough ride, and they're not. They're kind of out of it in terms of competing for that shield. Obviously, they're quite a bit back, but I think there's still a lot on the line here this season for Villa, and
Okay.
I can definitely see them pulling this one out. And West Brom has not been scoring a lot, and that's the problem. These teams come up from relegation and they get pushed up to the big league, and they just can't score. They can't compete with the tops. They can't spend the money the tops do. So it's kind of sad, but it's in all reality with the EPL. It's how it is.
Yep.
So give me Villa here and give me Villa to win to 0.
Oh, okay. RB Leipzig, VFB Stuttgart, second
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart. You got you got 2 V10. Stuttgart has not been playing well. How do you see these two matching up with RB as the favorite at minus 265?
This, I love Bundesliga, and I'm a fan of the RB team, and I'm a fan of Timo Werner. And I just don't think that Mario Gomez and Stuttgart are going to come anywhere close in this game. I think it's going to be like a 3-1. So give me Leipzig to win, both teams to score, and then give me Timo Werner to pot one.
Okay. Well, that's a nice little bet. Okay, Gladbach and Armenia, Bielefeld, 7v15, minus 179. They've looked pretty good in the last 5. How do you see these matching up? And, what does that look like in terms of goal production?
Well, Armenia is kind of at the bottom of the group. They're worried about relegation, so they've been playing a bit better. And, I can see them playing very well in this game because they do have a lot to play for. I mean, you have to remember these teams, when they're in that relegation zone, especially towards the end of the season when there's not that many games left and they've got a lot of ground to make up, they try to do their best to make up that ground so that they can stay, in the better stadiums, get the better catering, get the better buses. So, I think Armenia is going to make a game of this, and I'm going to take the draw here. I'm going to take a draw and both teams to score.
Okay. And then we got 2 parlays to break down, so I'm going to let you take care of that, both on $10 wagers here. So go ahead.
Burnley Wolves draw. Man U win. Villa win. Leipzig and Stuttgart over 2.5, and Mönchengladbach on the money line. So $10 gets you 314. You want to increase that? Increase it. Parlay number 2, taking Wolves to win. Man U, both teams to score. Aston Villa, both teams to score, no. Leipzig to win and both teams to score, no. And Mönchengladbach win and both teams to score, yes. That is a $10 wager, gets you $935.08.
Not bad, not bad. Well, that looks great. Yeah, it should be a good day for soccer. So I'm looking forward to some of those games. As with football, as with all gambling, please be sure to stay within your limits. We want to thank you for joining us. We appreciate your attention and feedback. And please consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as like or comment on this video and what you want to see from us next. If you like more EPL, if you like more basketball, whatever the case might be. But for everybody here at Offside and Out of Bounds, make sure to follow us at Offside and Out of Bounds. I'm Adam.
I'm Junior. See you
real soon.